Well, hey, this is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. I want to thank you for joining us as we are going through the book of Exodus right now. We are just about ready to start getting into the Ten Commandments here, but before we do that, we're in chapter 18 today. We're going to do chapter 18 in 3 episodes. And chapter 18 is really where Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, comes for a visit, and to bring his wife and kids back to Moses. And so this is the whole interaction of that. Today's message is entitled, "It Can Be Lonely at the Top, so who do you have?" All right? And this is taken today from Exodus 18, verses 1 through 12. So if you have your Bibles, like I do, you can turn to it and follow along with me. Again, this is Exodus 18, verses 1 through 12. It says this, "Now Jethro, the priest of Midian, and the father-in-law of Moses, heard everything God had done for Moses and for his people Israel, and how the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt." Okay, this is a priest of Midian. He's following God. Okay, and this is the guy that when Moses fled from Egypt, he went into the area where Jethro lived in Midian. Okay, and he ended up marrying his daughter. Okay, so you're going to see he gets to know Jethro really well while he's living there, and then so he has this good relationship with him, and that's the kind of the whole point of today's message here is this, that he has this good relationship with his father-in-law and is excited to tell him what's going on, and Jethro then advises him about some things. Verse 2 says this, "After Moses had sent away his wife Zipporah, his father-in-law Jethro received her and her 2 sons. One son was named Gershom, and Moses said, 'I have become a foreigner in a foreign land.' And the other was named Eleazar, for he said, 'My father's God was my helper. He saved me from the sword of Pharaoh.'" So obviously these 2 guys were born in Midian when he was there, before he went back to Egypt to get the people out. Verse 5, "Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, together with Moses' sons and wife, came to him in the wilderness where he was camped near the mountain of God. Jethro had sent word to him, 'I, your father-in-law Jethro, am coming to you with your wife and her 2 sons.' So Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and bowed down and kissed him. They greeted each other and then went into the tent. Moses told his father-in-law about everything the Lord had done to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and about all the hardships they had met along the way, and how the Lord had saved them." All right, so a lot of conversation is going on here, and Moses is excited to tell him all about everything that happened. Jethro probably heard, through the grapevine everything that has happened, but now he's hearing it right from Moses. And it's kind of like after you get back from a trip and you get together with your best friend, and you're like talking like, "Oh, you won't believe what happened on this trip," and everything. Well, that's what's happening here, and Moses is excited to tell everything that God has done for the people of Israel here. And naturally, Jethro is excited about it. He's the priest of Midian, so he was following God. Verse 9, "Jethro was delighted to hear about all the good things the Lord had done for Israel in rescuing them from the hand of the Egyptians." He's delighted to hear that. He said, "Praise be to the Lord who rescued you from the hand of the Egyptians and of Pharaoh, and who rescued the people from the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know the Lord is greater than all the other gods, for he did this to those who had treated Israel arrogantly." Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, brought a burnt offering and other sacrifices to God, and Aaron came with all the elders of the law Israel to eat a meal with Moses' father-in-law, and in the presence of God. We're going to stop there for today. And again, it's entitled, "It Can Be Lonely at the Top, so who do you have?" Moses, he was the leader of the people of Israel, but it never tells about, he got together with these guys and was talking with them and stuff. He was the leader, but it doesn't sound like he had a lot of close friends. He did have a close friend, which was his father-in-law, and was all excited about telling him everything that God had done. But if you notice, when I read that last paragraph, Jethro, brought a sacrifice to God, and he was a devout follower of God too. If you're a Christian, your closest friends are going to be other Christians. All right, you can have friends that are non-Christians, but your closest friends are going to be people that have the same faith in you. There's a big divide when you are someone that follows Jesus and someone that doesn't. Okay, especially that's why the Bible teaches don't be unequally yoked in your marriage, but then in other things too, business relationships and things like that. So you're not unequally yoked. You have the same focus of serving the Lord, and so that's what Jethro and Moses had that in common. They were both wanting to serve the Lord, but they were obviously good friends, as you can see here, and you're going to see they could bounce ideas off of each other and hear about each other. The thing today I want you to see is this, that Moses had Jethro here, and he talked to him. He didn't get together with him that much, obviously, but when he did, there was a lot to share. And there's people like that in my life that I don't see them that much, but when I do, we're getting together and sharing each other's things, what God has done in each of our lives. And so hopefully you have someone like that in your life. If you don't, you should probably get someone like that. Someone that you are good friends with and that you can share with, and is a Christian, and you can bounce ideas off of each other. So look for that in your life. Thank you for watching. I'm a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey through Exodus. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.